In this video, I want to have a look at how we can find the area of composite shapes. So the first thing we're going to notice though is that all of these formulas are given to you on your formula sheet that you get in every exam and in your HSC. So you need to know how to use them, but you don't need to recognize them or remember them, sorry. So we're given the formula for the area of a circle, a sector, an annulus, and a trapezium. What that means though is that you need to remember the area of a square, the area of a rectangle, and the area of a triangle. So the area of a square, we know that all four sides are equal. If they had a side length of s, then the area can be found by going s squared. If we've got a rectangle, if it's got a b and a h, we're going to call that area is equal to base times the height. And for a triangle, if we know that perpendicular height up there to be h, and we know the base is b, then our area is going to be half times the base times the height. So you need to remember these ones, and you need to know that these ones are on your formula sheet and how to use them. But what we're looking at in this video today isn't the area of the basic shapes like the ones we've got there, it's the area of composite shapes. So when we're trying to find the area of composite shapes, the first thing you always need to do is break that shape up into shapes that we're more familiar with, like squares and circles and triangles. The first example that we want to have a look at is this shape here. So we've got a triangle here and we've got a semicircle as well. So let's set our way working out nicely. So let's call that area 1 and this area 2. So we're going to find them both separately and then we'll add them together to find our total area. So to find area 1, we've got a triangle. So it's going to be half times the base times the height, which would be half times 12 times 8, which would give us 48 meters squared for the triangle. For our second area, so area 2, that's a semicircle. So a normal circle, the area is found by going pi r squared, but because it's a semicircle, we're going to pop a half in front of that as well. So for us, that would look like half times pi times the radius. Now, it's shown here that from one side to the other is 8, so that's our diameter, which means the radius is going to be half of that, so 4 squared. When you pop that into your calculator, you'll end up with 25.1327, and it keeps going. So to find our total area then, our area is going to be area 1 plus area 2, which is that 48 plus 25.1327 and so on. And if we round that to 2 decimal places, we end up with 73.13 meters squared. In our second example, we've got this triangle here and it's got this rectangle cut out of the bottom. So this time we're going to find the area of the triangle and the area of the rectangle, but instead of adding them, we're going to have to subtract. So let's still call the area of that whole triangle, as if we were looking at the whole thing, area 1, and we'll call the area of the rectangle that's been cut out area 2. So that area 1 would be, again, because it's a triangle, it's half times base times height, which would be half times 6 times 7, which would give us 21 meters squared. And area 2 is that rectangle down the bottom, which would be just the base times the height, which is that 4 along there and the 2 for the height, so 4 times 2 would give us 8 meters squared. So to find the total area, we're going to go the area of that whole triangle minus the area of the rectangle. So we'd have 21 minus 8, which would give us 13 meters squared for the shaded region in that image.